Hello class 6, hope you all are good and doing well. So let's continue our chapter 2 measurement. So children, in our last video we have learned about what is measurement, need of measurement, units of measurement and need of standard units of measurement. And in today's video we will learn about what are standard units. So children, we know earlier people had different parameters to measure something. They are using those parameters as per their convenience, but that all led to a confusion, and to avoid that confusion a fixed unit was needed. So to have a uniformity in the measurement of various physical quantities like length, mass, time, etc., the scientists all over the world have adopted the international system of units. The units of this system is called SI units. Units is the short form of the French name System International de Unites. Okay, now we can describe SI units like SI units are the standard units of measurement which are used in all the countries of the world. Children, you all know about the physical quantities. There are 7 fundamental physical quantities. Fundamental means basic physical quantities. And the SI unit has 7 basic fundamental units for them. Clear? What they are? Here I have written physical quantities like number 1, length. This is the physical quantity, and the name of the SI unit of length is meter, and symbol for this is small m. Okay, we represent meter with this symbol small m. Now our next physical quantity is mass, and its SI unit name is kilogram, which is represented by kg. Okay, then third one is time, and its SI unit name is second, which is represented by small s. After that, temperature, SI unit name is Kelvin, represented by K. Then electric current, SI unit name is ampere, represented by A, capital A. After that, amount of substance, SI unit name is mole and symbol is MOL, mole. After that, physical quantity is luminous, intensity, SI unit name is candela, represented with CD, small cd. Okay, so first 5 of them are commonly used in our daily life. Children, every result of the measurement consists of 2 parts. A number like 1, 2, 3, 4, which tells us the magnitude of the measurement, and the second one is the name of the unit. Clear? So every measurement has 2 parts, a number and the name of the unit. For example, if we express the length of the table as 2 meter, here 2 will be the number and this will be the number, and m will be the unit of measurement. Children, there are some rules which should be followed strictly while writing units and their symbols. Let us know what they are. So our first rule is, while writing a unit, only its singular form is used. For example, if we have to write 5 meters, if we are writing it in words, we can write meters. But when we are using the symbol, the unit of symbol, then we will write 5m. We will not write 5ms. Okay, 5 meters, like that, only 5m. Now our second rule is, the abbreviation of any unit does not have full stop at the end unless it appears at the end of a sentence. You know, abbreviation means short form. Okay, so the abbreviation of any unit does not have full stop. For example, if we have to write 5 kg, we will write like this only, 5 kg. We will not put a full stop after kg, not kg dot. Clear? Again, if we have to write 5 centimeter, then we will write 5 cm, not 5 cm and full stop. Okay, but if it comes in the last of any sentence, for example, Anuj can lift only 10 kg, then we will put a full stop in the end of that sentence. So here we will write Anuj can lift only 10 kg and then we will put a full stop at the end of this sentence. Our next rule is lowercase is used to write the names of units. For example, if we have to write meter, we will use the small letters, lowercase, metre, meter, like this only. Kilogram, small k, ilogram. We will use lowercase. Okay. Units named after the scientists too are written in lowercase. For example, Newton, it is named after the scientist Newton. This is the unit of force, but we will use only lowercase to write this unit, like Newton in small letters. Again, Joule, Joule, that is Joule. We will use lowercase only. Now children, our next rule is the symbols of the units derived from people's name are written in capital letters. Children, don't get confused. Units and the symbol of the units are different. This is the name of unit and this is the symbol. For example, meter is the name of unit and M is its symbol. That is the symbol of unit. So the symbols of the units derived from people's name are written in capital letters. For example, Newton. Okay, this is named after the scientist Newton. So unit will be written in lowercase, but the symbol will be in capital letter, that is capital N. Similarly, Joule, its symbol will be capital J. One more rule is one space is left between the last digit of a numeral and the symbol of the unit. Okay, numeral means number. So one space is left between the last digit of numeral and the symbol of the unit. Here we have to leave one space. We will write like 175, then we will leave a space, then we will write cm, symbol of length, centimeter. Then we won't write like 175 cm like this. This is incorrect. This is correct way of writing. Okay. Children, our next topic is prefixes used with SI units. Children, meter is not considered a convenient length for measuring great lengths or distances. For example, distance between Dehradun to Kolkata. Expressing such distances are not simple nor practical in everyday life. Okay, so we use some multiples of meter to express the bigger distances or greater lengths. Clear? Similarly, if we want to measure very small things like eraser or this cap of this marker, then they are too small for the unit meter. Okay, so we use sub multiples of meter. Multiples are the bigger units, they are bigger than 1 meter, and sub multiples are a smaller unit of meters. Okay, they represent small lengths. Okay, now what are prefixes? Prefix is a kind of word which are used before the name of the unit to measure the bigger or smaller lengths. For example, kilo. Kilo is a prefix. Kilo means 1000. Kilo denotes 1000. Okay, so if we write this kilo before the unit of the length, that is meter, it becomes 1 kilometer. Okay, so 1 kilometer represents, kilo means 1000 and meters. So 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. Clear? So here kilo is a prefix. Again, if we see hecto, hecto represents, hecto means 100, 100. So 1 hecto, and if we write this before the unit of the length, that is meter, it becomes 1 hectometer, and it represents 1 hectometer is equal to 100 meters. Similarly, 1 decameters, deca is 10, so 1 decameter is equal to 10 meters. Clear? Kilometer, its symbol is km, hectometer, its symbol is hm, and deca, its symbol is dam. Clear? Now 1 decimeter, deci denotes 1 by 10th part of 1 meter. Okay, so 1 deci, deci means 1 upon 10th, and meter, so 1 decimeter is equal to 1 upon 10th of a meter, or we can say 1 meter is equal to 10 decimeter. 10 decimeter is equal to 1 meter. Don't get confused. Okay. Again, if we see 1 centimeter, here centi is prefix, and centi denotes 1 upon 100th part of a meter. So 1 centimeter is equal to 1 upon 100 meter. Okay, or we can say 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. Similarly, we can say 1 millimeter. Milli denotes 1 upon 1000th part of 1 meter. So if we write 1 millimeter, 1 millimeter will be 1 upon 1000th of meter, or we can say 1000 millimeter is equal to 1 meter. So children, by using these prefixes, by using these multiples and submultiples, these are multiples because these are greater than 1 meter, and these are submultiples because these are less than 1 meter. Okay, so by using these multiples and submultiples, we are easily express any length as per our convenience. Means if we have to express it in centimeter, we have value how many meters are there in 1 centimeter or 100 centimeter. Similarly, we know the values of kilometer, hectometer, and so on. So we can express any length as per our convenience in any unit. Now children, there is a simple example to express 1.25 meter in centimeter and millimeter. Okay, now we have to convert 1.25 meter into centimeter. For this we must know the value of 1 meter, that how many centimeters are there in 1 meter. So 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, we all know. Now what we will do, we will multiply this value by 100 to get to convert it into centimeter. So we will write 1.25 meter is equal to 1.25 multiplied by 100 centimeter, and you all know what we will get, 125.00 centimeter, or we can write 125 centimeter. Similarly, when we have to convert this in millimeter, we will write 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeter. So we will multiply this value by 1000 millimeter. So we will get 1250 millimeter. Okay, like this you can change, you can convert any unit to any other unit. Okay, you can convert meter into kilometer, hectometer, centimeter, decameter, any other. I hope this is clear to you, and to check your understanding, for more practicing, you can solve this short exercise given on page number 25 in your physics book, and you can check how much you understand. Okay, so this much for today, and till our next video, be safe, stay at home, and take care.